Pisces occupies a unique and profound position in the celestial tapestry, holding the 12th and final station on the zodiacal wheel. It is here, at the cosmic 11th hour, that the energies and lessons of all the preceding signs converge, coalesce, and ultimately dissolve. To understand Pisces is to understand the grand finale of a cosmic cycle, the ultimate synthesis of experiences that has unfolded since the fiery initiation of Aries. This is not merely the end of a year, but the culmination of a grand evolutionary journey, a moment of profound reflection and preparation for what lies beyond. Imagine the zodiac as a vast, unfolding narrative, a cosmic story with each sign playing a crucial role. Aries bursts onto the scene with raw courage and the primal urge to be. Taurus grounds this energy, establishing value and the senses. Gemini explores with curiosity, disseminating information. Cancer nurtures, building emotional security and home. Leo shines with self-expression and creative vitality. Virgo brings order and discernment, refining the experiences. Libra seeks balance and harmony, forging connections. Scorpio delves into the depths of transformation and power. Sagittarius expands horizons with wisdom and exploration. Capricorn builds structure and achieves worldly success. Aquarius pioneers new ideas and fosters collective consciousness. And then we arrive at Pisces. Pisces is the grand summation, the sign that has lived through all the others. It has experienced the assertive drive of Aries, the sensual pleasure of Taurus, the intellectual chatter of Gemini, the deep bonds of Cancer, the vibrant selfhood of Leo, the analytical precision of Virgo, the cooperative spirit of Libra, the transformative intensity of Scorpio, the expansive search of Sagittarius, the disciplined ambition of Capricorn, and the visionary ideals of Aquarius. All these have been absorbed, processed, and are now held within the Piscean consciousness. It is a repository of universal experience, a living archive of humanity's journey. This position at the end of the cycle imbues Pisces with a particular quality, a sense of timelessness, a deep understanding of impermanence, and an inherent connection to the dissolution of form. Like the final breaths before a deep slumber, or the gentle ebb tide that recedes from the shore, Pisces represents a letting go, a softening of boundaries, and a merging with the vast ocean of existence. It is the gateway to the unmanifest, the threshold between the defined and the infinite, the point where the individual soul begins to remember its universal origin. The symbolic meaning of Pisces' placement as the 12th sign is therefore deeply significant for the spiritual journey of humanity. It suggests that true spiritual realization involves integrating all aspects of life, acknowledging all experiences, and ultimately transcending the limitations of the individual ego. Pisces teaches us that the ultimate truth lies not in separation, but in unity. Not in solid form, but in fluid connection. Not in rigid definition, but in boundless compassion. Consider the archetype of the great fish, a recurring motif in mythology and religion, often depicted as a creature of immense power and wisdom, swimming in the primordial waters. The great fish symbolizes the totality of existence, the source from which all things emerge, and to which all things return. This imagery perfectly encapsulates the Piscean essence, vast, deep, and encompassing. Pisces is the cosmic womb, the ocean of potential from which new beginnings can eventually emerge, but only after the currents of experience have fully run their course. This understanding of Pisces as the culmination of the zodiac invites a profound appreciation for its unique role in the grand tapestry of the heavens. It is not simply a sign of emotion or dreams, though these are certainly prominent features. It is the sign that holds the ultimate wisdom of the cycle, the wisdom of release, surrender, and the recognition of our interconnectedness with all that is. It is the cosmic sigh of relief, the moment of knowing that the journey, with all its triumphs and challenges, has led to a deeper understanding of the divine play. The journey through the zodiac is akin to a spiritual pilgrimage, and Pisces stands at the sacred destination. Looking back at the path traveled, and simultaneously gazing into the boundless mystery of the beyond, it is here that the lessons of Aries' courage, Taurus's steadfastness, Gemini's curiosity, Cancer's nurturing, Leo's creativity, Virgo's analysis, Libra's balance, Scorpio's depth, Sagittarius's wisdom, Capricorn's discipline, and Aquarius's vision are all woven together. Pisces doesn't discard these lessons. Rather, it dissolves them into a state of pure being, a unified field of consciousness. This merging is not about annihilation, but about expansion. It is the ego, with its defenses and boundaries, that dissolves, making way for the soul's innate radiance to shine through. In this dissolution, Pisces reveals the illusion of separation, demonstrating that the individual self is but a wave in the infinite ocean of consciousness. This is the profound spiritual gift of Pisces, a message of unity that resonates through the end of every cycle and whispers of the potential for renewal. The symbolism of Pisces as the final act also speaks to the universal human experience of facing endings, whether it is the end of a relationship, a career, a life phase, or even life itself. Pisces guides us through this often difficult transition. It encourages acceptance, faith, and the recognition that endings are not truly endings, but transformations. Just as the year gives way to a new one, so do moments of dissolution pave the way for fresh beginnings, albeit on a different plane. This is why Pisces is so deeply connected to concepts of transcendence, salvation, and the divine. Having experienced the full spectrum of human existence, it recognizes the limitations of the material world and yearns for something more. This yearning is not a sign of weakness or escapism, but a profound spiritual impulse, a homing instinct for the soul. It is the echo of our original unity, a reminder of the infinite source from which we have come. Furthermore, Pisces' role as the culmination of the zodiac highlights its inclusive nature. It embraces all that has come before, without judgment or preference. The assertive energy of Aries, the sensual grounding of Taurus, the analytical mind of Virgo, all are held within the Piscean embrace. This inclusiveness is the very essence of universal love, the ability to see the divine spark in every soul, regardless of their journey or perceived flaws. The symbolic placement of Pisces is therefore a profound teaching in itself. It reminds us that the spiritual path is not linear but cyclical, and that true wisdom lies in integrating all experiences, embracing both the light and the shadow, and ultimately surrendering to the divine flow. It is a call to compassion, a testament to the power of empathy, and an invitation to remember our interconnectedness. By understanding Pisces as the 11th hour, we begin to grasp the immense wisdom it offers for navigating the end of cycles and for preparing ourselves for the eternal dance of creation and dissolution. It is the ultimate synthesis, the gateway to the infinite, and a beacon of hope for the spiritual journey of all humanity. The journey through the 12 signs of the zodiac is a profound allegory for the human soul's experience of life. Each sign represents a stage, a lesson, a facet of consciousness that we must explore and integrate. As we arrive at the threshold of Pisces, we find ourselves at the very culmination of this grand cycle. It is the final act, the closing chapter, the synthesis of all that has come before. To truly understand Pisces is to appreciate its role not merely as an individual astrological sign, but as a potent symbol of universal consciousness and the natural end of a cosmic epoch. Imagine the zodiacal wheel as a grand cosmic clock, with each hour representing a different archetypal energy. Aries marks the dawn, the initial spark of creation. Taurus brings the steady growth of morning. Gemini embodies the vibrant activity of midday. Cancer offers the nurturing comfort of the afternoon. Leo blazes with the peak energy of high noon. Virgo meticulously organizes the unfolding experiences. Libra seeks balance and harmony as the day begins to wane. Scorpio delves into the transformative shadows of twilight. Sagittarius expands our horizons with the wisdom of evening. Capricorn consolidates and builds structure as night approaches. Aquarius pioneers the intellectual landscape under the starlit sky. And finally, Pisces arrives in the 11th hour, a liminal space that bridges the known zodiacal year and the profound mystery of what lies beyond. This position as the 12th sign is not arbitrary. It is deeply symbolic of completion, culmination, and the profound act of synthesis. Pisces has absorbed the essence of every sign that preceded it. It carries within its watery depths the echoes of Aries' fiery assertion, Taurus's sensual grounding, Gemini's curious intellect, Cancer's emotional nurturing, Leo's radiant self-expression, Virgo's analytical discernment, Libra's balanced diplomacy, Scorpio's transformative intensity, Sagittarius's expansive wisdom, Capricorn's disciplined ambition, and Aquarius's collective vision. All these archetypal energies have been experienced, processed, and are now held in a state of fluid integration within the Piscean consciousness. This means that Pisces represents the gathering of all lessons learned, the culmination of all the experiences that have unfolded throughout the zodiacal year. It is a time of profound reflection where the accumulated wisdom of the past cycle is drawn together. This synthesis is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is an alchemical process where disparate energies are dissolved and merged into a more unified, transcendent whole. Pisces, in its essence, is the master alchemist of the zodiac, capable of transforming the raw materials of experience into spiritual gold. The symbolic meaning of Pisces' placement as the end of the cycle is thus intrinsically linked to the spiritual journey of humanity. It suggests that true spiritual growth involves not the acquisition of more knowledge or the achievement of more goals, but the integration of all that we are and all that we have experienced. It is about understanding that the individual journey, while unique, is part of a much larger, interconnected whole. Pisces reveals the illusion of separateness and points towards the ultimate reality of unity. Think of a great river, flowing from its source, gathering tributaries, expanding in width and depth as it journeys towards the sea. Each tributary represents a zodiacal sign, adding its unique character to the river's flow. Pisces is the vast, final expanse of the river, just before it merges with the boundless ocean. It has carried the essence of 8 mountains, forests, plains, and cities within its waters. Now, as it approaches the sea, there is a sense of homecoming, a dissolution of its individual form into the vast, undifferentiated consciousness of the ocean. This is why Pisces is so strongly associated with universal consciousness. It is the sign that most readily dissolves the boundaries of the ego and merges with the greater whole. Te individualai of Pisces becomes less distinct, more a part of the collective we, and ultimately the divine all. This can be both a profound gift and a significant challenge. The gift lies in the capacity for immense compassion, empathy, and spiritual connection. The challenge lies in the potential for the loss of self, for becoming so merged that one forgets their own unique essence. The significance of Pisces' placement for the spiritual journey of humanity cannot be overstated. It teaches us that the ultimate spiritual goal is not to conquer the world or to achieve personal enlightenment in isolation, but to dissolve the ego's illusion of separateness and to recognize our inherent oneness with all beings and with the divine. Pisces guides us towards this realization through its watery depths, its intuitive wisdom, and its boundless capacity for love. In essence, Pisces represents the end of a cosmic cycle, a period of profound release and transformation. It is the fertile ground where old forms dissolve, making way for the potential of new beginnings. It is the gateway to the unmanifest, the threshold between the defined and the infinite. By understanding Pisces as the culmination of all preceding energies, we gain a deeper appreciation for its unique and vital role in the grand tapestry of existence. It is here, in the 11th hour, that we are invited to surrender, to connect, and to remember our true, boundless nature. The aim is to establish a profound appreciation for Pisces' unique role in the grand tapestry of the heavens, recognizing it not just as the end, but as the sacred space from which all renewal is born. This understanding fosters a deep respect for the cyclical nature of life and the profound wisdom held within the final act of the zodiac. The symbol of Pisces, to fish tethered by a cord, swimming in opposing directions, is perhaps the most potent visual metaphor for the inherent duality that defines this sign. It speaks to a constant, often subtle, tension within the Piscean, solar perpetual oscillation between the spiritual and the material, the transcendent and the immanent, the ethereal and the earthly. This is not a mere philosophical concept for Pisces. It is the lived reality, the very fabric of their experience. One fish, perhaps, strains towards the boundless, luminous depths of the cosmic ocean, yearning for unity, for dissolution into the divine, for an escape from the constraints of physical